In this video, I want to go over some of the more advanced button settings that are now available to you in the Boardmaker 7 editor. You can see if I click on a button, I have the Properties tab. I can scroll all the way down to the bottom and I have some additional advanced features. The first section that I wanted to talk about is the state section. These are different things you can do to the buttons. The most important one is the selectable button. This needs to be checked if you want the student to be able to manipulate that button. So if you want them to be able to tap it, listen to it, move it, yes, move it, you need to have it selectable. So to show you what I mean, if I'm playing my activity, the Monday button is selectable, so you can see that it's clearly letting me select it. Or when I hover it over it, it turns gray. However, this Wednesday button is not selectable and you can see it's not doing anything. So again, if you want the student to be able to manipulate the button, it needs to be selectable. Another option you have is you can disable a button. So let's say this is your morning meeting activity and there's no school Monday and you don't want students to be routinely dragging the Monday over. You can click disabled and that will gray it out. It will show that way for students, but they won't be able to do anything with it. So I will show you in the play mode. Every time you make a change, you will need to click yes to save it in order to play it so that it plays the most recent version. But you can see now it is disabled, so students can only choose from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's a nice feature that we have in this new version. Another feature that we have available is the ability to hide a button. So again, if you scroll down and select the hidden option, this will make it go completely away from view. So like right now we're in remote learning, but if we go to the hybrid model and there's no school on Wednesdays, you could completely hide the Wednesday button and it will not show up for students to click on. So here you see it's not there and it's not even an option. So that you could also use this too if you eventually want to get up to like a field of 3 or a field of 4. But right now your students are like a field of 2. You could go ahead and make all the choices but hide the other options until students are ready for them. So you can kind of get prepared ahead of time and not have to go back and add stuff later. So that's a really nice feature that they've added here. Now, the most exciting news that I know we have all been waiting for, begging for the past 3 years, and that's the ability to move a button. So if you click on a button that you want to move, you'll see down here under the advanced features, you can name the button if you want to give it a name, but drag type, you'll click on the drop down. It'll be set to none by default. But to make it move, you click on the drop down and select move, and that will make the button movable. I'm going to do an additional video on this because there is a specific way to get the buttons to move and drop in a particular place. I know this is a really popular request, so I'm going to do a special video just for that. But no, it is now an option. You do not need to use a template anymore. You also have the ability now to have buttons make a copy. So again, I just did that by clicking on the drop down. This would be a good one if you're making a counting activity because like every time students move the button, it makes a new copy. So the original button stays in place and you can just keep dragging out buttons. So this is again a good one for counting, and I'll do a separate video for that one as well. So this just kind of highlights some of the exciting features that are now available for our buttons.